Hi, Paul Giano's here with Kinetico Advanced Water Systems up in the Richmond, Virginia office. We get a lot of questions about how do I start a cycle or how do I start a regeneration on my Kinetico equipment. Today we're going to show you how to do that, and we're going to explain what you're doing so that it is crystal clear. So on top of any Kinetico non-electric piece of equipment, you're going to have the control valve. On top of that valve, you're going to have what we call the lens, which is a somewhat see-through portion, and in the very dead center of that there is a little receiver that can handle a number 2 Phillips screwdriver. So it fits perfectly down in there. Don't try to use another size because you'll strip it out and then we'll just have to replace it. But going to be hard to see, but there is a little dimple that is on this. Now, it's a little raised dot, very hard to see unless you have really good lighting. So some of these units are installed in dimly lit areas, but it's not even that important. If you were to just place the screwdriver in there and not press down, you can rotate. Always rotate clockwise no matter what you're doing. But you can see down inside the lens, the piece of black is attached to a little finger that's sticking out. And that just freely rotates around until you press down. And when you press down about 1/8 of an inch and you rotate very slowly, notice how slowly I'm turning this. You're going to wait while you're pressing until you feel it hit an obstruction. And that should happen right there. You'll know it when you hit it. If your unit is not making any noise, then it's in service, which means that it's just processing water normally. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to use this little finger that's down in there to manually advance the control disc that starts the process of the cleaning. So very, very, very slowly, you're going to, while pressing down and you're up against it, you're going to want to just hear those clicks. You're going to hear a couple of those clicks, and don't go fast, but you're just going to go until you hear hissing of water. So if you're in a loud place, you just go really slow and it will start. Usually it's about 4 clicks at the most. Sometimes it's just 1 click away. But once you do that, you simply remove the screwdriver and the unit will take over. If you're over on the valve we're actually touching and your black dot is now here, that means that you're in this half of the cleaning control cycle. And this side cleans this tank. This side is identical to that side, but it's cleaning this tank. That's how you'll know where it is and which tank is being cleaned. So once you have started that regeneration, you just simply remove your screwdriver, like I said, wait for it to finish, and then once it's done and it's completely silent, then you can push down and you can rotate and you can find it again, which it will be 180 degrees on the other side, and then you can very simply and then you'll hear a hiss after usually no more than 4 clicks, and you let it take over, and then it'll be back at the beginning, but you'll have cleaned both tanks.